In the morning, the jury in the Richmond Hill case will begin deliberations. Today, both legal teams made their closing arguments in the case involving Mark Ray Leonard. Only on RTV 6, a key witness in the case talks to our Rafael Sanchez. He joins us live from South Bend with the latest at 4 o'clock. Rafael.
Candace, good afternoon. That key witness is Tony Burnett. He lived across the home that exploded. In fact, he testified that he saw two men go into the home and then leave hours before it exploded. We'll hear from him in just a few moments. But right now, behind me here at the St. Joseph County Courthouse, the jury is getting its final instructions before it leaves. We also spent a great part of the day with closing arguments where we heard from the prosecution and the defense. For the prosecution, they reminded the jury that this case is all about greed, that Mark Ray Leonard wanted to set that home on fire to collect on $300,000 in insurance. The defense, of course, shot down the prosecution's star witness, Monserrate Shirley, calling her a liar, especially since she's the one that links Leonard to the fire, and she's the one who says that he plotted to burn down her home 9 months before the blast. The defense also questioned why we did not hear from other people who were arrested in this case, like Mark's brother, Bob Leonard. He did not testify. Today, for the first time on the Now Indy, we are hearing from Tony Burnett, a key prosecution witness for the first time talking publicly about the criminal case right now at 4 o'clock. As you sat through that, what did you make of the defense's arguments?
I thought he was a real slick talker. He did a really nice job of painting Monserrate Shirley as someone that couldn't be trusted. And that she told some lies, and he gave a lot of motives for that, as well as some of the other folks that they had testify. But they never really seemed to address the fact that there was a house that exploded, and everyone knows that, and there's no question about it. There's no question who the folks were who were involved, at least the main entities, and there's no question that two folks died in the explosion.
We will hear from Tony Burnett more on the news at 5 o'clock. Tony Burnett decided not to rebuild in Richmond Hill after the explosion. He still visits the neighborhood. He loves the people in the neighborhood. He could just not go back. We are live here in South Bend. Behind me, Candace and Jason, that white van behind me, that is the van that will presumably take the jury to a hotel in the South Bend area when the case concludes today. Deliberations will begin tomorrow morning. And now joining us live, of course, digital correspondent Jordan Fisher. Jordan, you wrote an interesting blog about the 5 things we did not know about Mark Leonard, the ringleader in this case. What did you find out?
The blog post was about things jurors didn't hear in the case, and one that might surprise you is that they didn't hear about his extensive criminal history that dates back into the 80s and includes at least 1 prior conviction on insurance fraud. Another thing they didn't hear until today, he was formerly a Chippendales dancer.
I was surprised to hear that. I was really surprised to hear that. We'll hear more and read more about your blog on theindychannel.com. Jordan, thank you so much. Coming up again at 4:30, we are waiting for the prosecution team and the defense team to come out. That's why you see all these camera lights and mic stands here. Again, that is the vehicle that will take the jury to a hotel somewhere in the South Bend area once the case comes to an end today. Coming up at 4:30, what the police here, what deputies had to do before the jury was allowed to leave today. We'll have that coming up on the Now Indy at 4:30, live in South Bend. Rafael Sanchez. Now back to you.